Happy Ostar, everybody. So you see my little setup here. What we're going to do is today is I've already pre-blessed the candle privately by myself for the year. I did make this candle quite a few months ago, and it's orange, which would, what does orange represent? It could represent the sun and purification. And today's a great day for this to have blessings put into it for the time ahead. And then right here, what I have is a pot of water that I started simming already. And since today is Ostara, or the first day of spring, or spring equinox, however that you want to recall this day, it's a day of equal balance of light and darkness, okay? And from here on for a little bit, every day is going to be the light is going to outshine the darkness, okay? And what do we do in the springtime? In the springtime, we plant our seeds, all right? We've gotten our soil ready, and this is a great time to start planting our seeds. So not just the seeds of our gardens that we're going to, be able to harvest later in the summer or in the beginning of fall, but it's also a great time to plant our own inner seeds that's within inside of us. So it's a good time to make your blessings and start planting your own seeds and your own ideas of what it is that you want to come to fruition, okay? So I have my pot for the blessings for my home and some well wishes I'm going to put in there for the seeds I'm going to plant internally that I want to work on for the season. When I start putting these herbs and oils into here, I will be saying little prayers inside my head beforehand, which I already started even before we started, but this is something that we can do together, and it's very, very simple. All right. The first thing that we're going to put in here, oops, I dropped some. The first thing that we're going to do for our house blessing in the pot that I'm going to leave steeping and simmering all day is some orange. All right, I'm going to do some. A lot of people will do just the orange, but I'm going to put the peel in here too, and I'm going to explain why. So oranges represent not only also the sun, because it is the shape of the sun, it's the color of the sun. It's also masculine, or it could be feminine too, because this is one of the Gaia's fruits and some other deities too, because it also represents fertility. So it has strength and fertility, and it's also used for different things like for love and prosperity and success. Okay, it knows a lot of the things, and calmness and happiness. Now, but the peel also represents abundance and money. All right, so we're going to add both of them together. And I always seal everything with a kiss. So I kiss everything before I put it in there. And as I put it in, I'm going to say my thoughts and my intentions. And then later I'm going to pray more on it and meditate on all the abundance I want to work on, because these are my internal seeds, my internal garden that I'm planting for this season. And not only that, it's a great aromatherapy. So this is also a great way, and many different ways to bring different house blessings into your houses is aromatherapy. And these are things that you can get right in your home or in your kitchen. So anything you have in your kitchen, you can most definitely use to bring some prosperity or good luck or some protection into your home, especially if it's like feeling heavy. If it's feeling kind of heavy and yicky, you know what? You can most definitely find some herbs in your home that's going to work. So a lot of these that I'm going to use today is a lot of things that we do already have around in our home. Oh, one thing I wanted to do, I told you, you ended up hearing one of my dogs. Sorry about that. One thing I did forget to do was I wanted to squirt some orange juice around this candle and bring that passion, desire, that calmness and love. The calmness is for my anxiety to help me have a clearer mind and a fresher spirit to get what it is that I want to accomplish. I just paused and came right back because I have a big dog and a little dog. My little dog was whining in the other room to come near me. I seriously cannot go use the restroom without him barking at the door, so I usually just let him in the room with me. So anyway, so we started off with the orange. The next thing I think we're going to do, we got the orange here and the orange peel, okay? The next thing that we have here, that I have right here, is rosemary, all right? I have, which it doesn't matter, you can use whatever herbs that you have in your home, but I do have a magical cabinet that I do keep some herbs in there also, and this is one of them. So this one is just for me if I want to, because it's already blessed and charged. So this one I already have handy. Oh, so rosemary is a symbol of love and getting rid of evil, right? So a lot of people will use rosemary for a couple of reasons. A lot of people would put it in satchels for love and prosperity, and other people will also put in satchels for protection or getting rid of negativity. So, and one of the reasons for the negativity too is look at the spikes, right? You picture the spikes, you know, getting rid of that negativity that's going to poke into you. So one of the things that we're putting in here today is rosemary, and that's something everybody has. I'm also have some essential oils here too, and you don't have to use essential oils. The only reason why I'm doing it is that I got a pretty big size place. I just want to make sure that fragrance touches every part of the house, but you definitely don't have to use any essential oils. As I put the rosemary in here, I'm also giving my wishes and planting my seeds of intention for the next coming few months. And this candle I will let fully burn until it's ready to be done. So don't forget, it's in a lot of sachets. Rosemary is in a lot of sachets for love. It's in sachets or different things if you want to get rid of any evil or negativity. But it's also good for purifying too. And it helps relieve stress. All right, so the next thing that we're going to have here, let me see, we can do lavender, okay? Let me open up this stack of lavender. Lavender has a lot of good uses too. Not this one in particular, but depending where I buy it, I do make lavender bread. Lavender bread's really good. But lavender, it helps with depression. It helps with purity and calmness in your life, and also it helps with silence. Okay, because what happens? What I always say when we have our lives, sometimes we're our own worst enemies, and sometimes we need that calmness in our life, so we can clear our mind and be able to manifest our intentions clearly without any of our intrusive thoughts getting in the way. So lavender is very good. It's universal. People use it for many things. I could make a whole entire video on some of the properties that are used for lavender and a lot of these herbs here. So the next thing that we're going to do is cloves. All right, cloves. Cloves I don't have to put as much in because it's very pungent. But cloves is another one of those spices, because it's a spice that is used for two different ways, all right? It's used for love, and it's used to getting rid of evil, all right? So anybody used to make, they still find them sometime nowadays in old houses. They'll use them in old jars that people will bury under their home for protection. And why is that? Cloves are pretty sharp, right? Cloves are pretty sharp. All right, and it's a spice, so anything in the spice family is really used for protection, and also a lot of things that's in a spice family, just like this, is also used for love and purification. Okay, so listen, because it wards off evil and negativity. I think a lot of the faiths and beliefs is that anything that's going to help get rid of negativity will also leave room for abundance in your life and love to be able to come back in, right? So when I put these cloves in here, really my intention is to help for protection for my home, protection for my family, protection even of myself and my own negative thoughts, because we are, like I say, sometimes your own worst enemies. And also to bring the spice of life back into my life and give me new, fresh ideas to be able to do some of the seeds that I'm going to be planting internally. All right. The last thing I have here is some roses, and I will be putting in some essential oils, and I'll show you what those are too. These roses are from recently my husband gave me for Valentine's Day, and so these are important. I always save my roses because the intention, I said attention. So the intention when I got the roses was my husband's way of showing me love. So it's already infused with some good energy, and I absolutely was so excited when I got them. So some of the meanings for roses, what most people know or would think about is love. And they also say that the fragrance from the rose will help with depression and anxiety, right? So we still need that love in our house to help keep it purified, because you know what? If you fill your home, your life, or your spirit with love and light, you do not leave room for negativity to come in, right? So, but just in case, we do have some protection in here also. And most of the time, the protection is really protection from our own self, our own thoughts, okay? Because we could be working and planting our own seeds for the next few months, because we're going to harvest these by midsummer, between midsummer, summer, and fall. And what happens if we are starting to say, well, I don't know if it's going to work out, or this seems harder than I intended, should I give up? This is really going to help us keep a clear mind and be able to still push forward. Okay, like I said, sometimes we're our own worst enemies. So now I have here, I do have some rose scent. All right, if you ever get anything that says rose essential oil, they can't make essential oil out of rose from what I hear, or a few of the flowers. Okay, so usually it's just the smell. It's synthetic, it's a perfume. It's very, very strong. So if you ever use any kind of essential oils and you end up picking up a rose, know that literally a drop or two will go a very long way, because it's very, very overpowering. All right. What else do I have here? Oh, I also have a little bit of lavender. Like I said, these essential oils are not at all, you don't have to put essential oil into here. I just really want to make sure that it helps infuse that smell into the whole house and get into every nook and cranny and cracks in the house. Like I said, this is a good way of purifying your home and getting rid of negativity. All right, and what do we do a lot of times during spring? Which I should do a video on this, right? We start getting the energy back that we've been missing on for a while, and it's not coincidental with the sun. You get energized when you go on the sun, right? So it only makes sense that we feel a little more energized once the sun starts becoming brighter and brighter every single day. So now I have lemon. So I didn't put lemon in here, but lemon is definitely one of those things that you could also use here. Which, listen, lemon is good also for protection. I heard, I know some of you guys that are listening to this video is from India, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard an old tradition is that before you go into somebody's home, as a gift that you give them is a lemon, right? Because lemon I'm going to put a few drops in here. Because the lemon represents getting rid of negativity and evil. Sorry, my dog is behind me. So because lemon is good for getting negativity and evil, if you give it to somebody in their home as a gift, it's really means for good luck, right? Because it's bright and shiny. And what did I say? If it gets rid of something, if it gets rid of something negative and unwanted, that leaves room for something positive to come in its way. So represent the sun because they're yellow, right? And the sun's masculine. So that lemon is a masculine energy, which represents strength and energy and passion. So not only does it get rid of, it can help bring in some of that energy that you need. So it's also a form of good luck too. Okay, what else we have here? We only got a couple left to do. Oh, one of the things also is peppermint, all right? Or you can use regular mint. I know I have mint leaves around here somewhere. I can't find them at this moment. But peppermint also has a little good qualities too, and it helps really bring purity and love into that home. Peppermint is also good for clearing the air and cleaning impurities in the home. So even if, I'll show you a little trick. I know this video is really about this. So say if I have this peppermint oil and I feel congested, which a lot of us are going to be in this season, right? If you have allergies, you just put a drop in your hand, literally just a drop. You rub your hands together and just put your hands right up and breathe through your nose. It'll help clear your sinuses and your passageways. All right. What else do I have here? Oh, I do have some rosemary oil drops. As you see, I'll show you afterwards, this is truly simmering, and this will simmer all day. If the water starts to evaporate, I'll add some more, right? Rosemary. Rosemary can be pretty strong too as an essential oil, so a little bit goes a long way with rosemary too. All right. I don't think it's quite as over-empowering as rose can be sometimes, but it's definitely a pretty strong one. Same thing with orange oil too. All right, and then same thing I've been saying all along is you don't have to put any essential oils into your simmer pot here today, but I really just want to help keep that smell going throughout the day, the rest of my Ostara with my good intentions. Oh, I didn't notice. Looks like I must have used this jar before and kept it. So what I'm going to do is just try to get whatever residuals at the bottom. Still has a smell in there, but I didn't notice that the jar was empty. Sometimes I keep empty jars to remind myself of what it is I need to order more of, and I bet you that this is what happened. Okay, so now, as you see here, I do have my simmer pot, which I'm gonna So now here I do have my simmer pot, which I'm going to leave here to simmer throughout the day. And every once in a while I'll come in and stir it, and think of it this way: you stir it clockwise, okay? You stir it clockwise and imagine it coming towards you. All the wishes you have, all the purity and success that you're going to have in your life while you plant those internal seeds this year. To as much as you feel. So not only it's gonna to help stir up the herbs and bring out their fragrance, but it's also gonna help with your intentions too that you're planting right now. All right, I'm gonna put this over to here. All right, and now I have my candle, which I did bless a little bit beforehand, and I did add some of the same ingredients that I put in the simmer pot for Ostara. I also have my intention candle here too, doing the same thing. So once I end this live, I'll even spend a little more time throughout the night until it ends, still energizing and putting my intentions into the candle. All right, because I envision the smoke and the flame here, the flame is energizing my intentions, right? And then the smoke is taking it up, my wishes up to the heavens, all right, to be able to be answered. Right? So that's what I'm going to do for now, for tonight. If by chance, if you guys end up doing a candle, it doesn't have to be color, it could be a white candle, okay? Whenever you do one and you put in your intentions into it, make sure you burn it until it cannot or will not burn anymore, okay? So that's what this is going to happen. So if you have to, try not to. I mean, sometimes, especially the bigger candle, and it's going to take a while for whatever you're planting inside to be able to manifest in the future. A bigger candle, obviously you're not going to be able to burn it all in one night, but make sure you work on it every single day. Just like you have to work on your intention every single day, you also have to work on your candle every single day also until it's completely done. All right. So then, anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to burn it all tonight for the rest of the night, which I think I'll be able to do. If not, I will definitely start off again tomorrow. So I just wanted to show you guys something. So my candle's been burning for a little bit, but not so long. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but as you can see, the candle was burning quite fast on one side for a little bit. I'm going to tell, and how your candle burns does mean different things and different possibilities of your outcome. And as you can see, first I want to explain that I did make this candle, so sometimes, you know, homemade candles, not perfection. Sometimes it can be off to the side a tad bit. This one isn't. It's perfectly in the center. Now, it could mean one thing if it starts burning off to one side, especially in your direction, because it was definitely burning fast on one side facing towards me, which could mean very successful, whatever energy that I had put into this candle, right? But also, it could just be good old-fashioned where I have the candle placed in the airflow. I did notice the candle was burning way too fast than it should be. And I realized that it was on my stove, but pretty close to the ceiling fan, which the air was whipping towards that one side. So I moved it onto this counter where it's further away from the fan, and it worked itself out, and now it's burning at a pretty steady pace and pretty evenly. I do think this candle is a good representation of good luck and everything that I work towards. So this is saying that what I'm getting is going to go in my favor, which is true. It will, but we have to remember is it will go in my favor as long as I keep working towards the success of what it is I want to bring abundance into my life of. So this is just a couple of things I just wanted to show you guys and let you know. Thank you. Have a great night, y'all. And tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a beautiful first day of spring. I know it's still pretty cool outside. It definitely is here in Connecticut today. But it's really good time to make sure we get outside and enjoy ourselves and to be able to feel the sun, to get our own eternal soul and self working again. And I hope you have a blessed day. Blessed be.